Hi there, Anna from Inspiration Playground here today with another quick tutorial for you. So today I'm going to make just a little note card. This looks a little bit like this, but in a different colour. So to do this, what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a couple of my Sale-A-Bration items. So first thing I'm going to use is the Vellum paper. So this was released on the 1st of March. And it's a 6x6 pad, and it is pretty. So I'm going to be using some of that. I'm going to be using my Blendabilities, so the rich raspberry colour, my elegant butterfly punch. I'm going to use my Papilion Potpourri stamp set that came today in the post. So that's exciting. And then I'm just going to use my rich raspberry ink and also my smoky slate. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. What I've already cut is the base. This is the card piece. Okay, so it's 3x3 inches, and I've just rounded the corners here with my corner rounder. I've cut a piece of rich raspberry, which is 2 6/8, sorry about the odd measurement, but 2 6/8 squares, so, and just rounded the edges on that one also. And this one here is just 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches square. Okay, and once again, those corners are rounded. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp my pattern on my piece of backing here. Okay, so to use that, I'm just going to use the pretty little butterfly out of the stamp set. So it's this one here. Now what I'm going to do is I want a really light image for this one, behind the actual butterfly that I'm going to put on it. So I'm going to start with my rich raspberry, and I'm actually going to stamp off twice before stamping onto my card. Okay, so I'm just going to do that a few times, just a couple of random butterflies on it, and I'll do one more. Okay, so just clean that off. So that's my rich raspberry one, and now my smoky slate. So I'll do the same again. And just do a couple of random ones. That should do for that one. I'll just clean off my stamp and put it aside. The next thing I'm going to do, so I'm just going to put that aside. So the next thing I'm going to do is grab from my vellum stack, the butterfly page. So you can see I've already coloured a few in here. So I'm going to use my Blendabilities. Now I am not an expert whatsoever when it comes to Blendabilities. I've only done a few things with them. So I'm going to start with the lighter pen and work it so the inside of the butterfly is light, so it works out to a darker colour. I'm going to do the big one. So I'm just going to quickly colour that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with that one. I'll get the next image and just blend that a little. And on this side too. Sometimes these pens can be hard to, oops, not that end, to put the lids back onto, so I'll show you a trick in a second on how to put them back on. So it doesn't have to be too neat because we are actually going to cut. We're going to fussy cut. So we're going to fussy cut the butterfly. Okay, so when you're putting your lids back on, just so that they go back on properly, put it down flat and it should just go straight back in. Okay, so that's it. We're done with our blendabilities now. So I'm just going to grab my paper snips and I'm going to fussy cut my butterfly. Now it doesn't matter if you're not a fussy cutter. What I like to do is actually cut around it first and then cut the edges. So while I'm doing this, I have, we still have our Sale-A-Bration catalogue out, so that's out until the 31st of March. Excuse me. 31st of March. So if you don't have one and you're in Australia, please contact me because I will put one straight in the post for you. I don't want you to miss out on this beautiful vellum paper, for starters. Also, if you don't have a demonstrator in Australia, please contact me. So I'd love to have a chat with you and see if I can help you out with some beautiful products. The thing I love most about Stampin' Up is everything coordinates. So you can see today that I'm using the Rich Raspberry Blendabilities, also the Rich Raspberry cardstock. So everything coordinates the same colour. I've also got Rich Raspberry ribbon that will match, but that goes with just about every colour in the Stampin' Up range. There's a number of items with that colour. So I'm just going to cut my butterfly's antlers off. I'm not too worried about those at the moment. Okay. So there's my butterfly. I'm just going to move that out because I will probably use all of those butterflies all the same way, fussy cut out. Crazy, I know. So now I'm going to grab my elegant butterfly punch and just punch the butterfly out with that. So this is just this smoky slate cardstock. So it matches the smoky slate stamp colour that we used earlier. And I'm just going to, mini glue dots, these are fantastic for adhering things like this. So I just want to bend my butterfly wings up a little bit. And I'm just going to use a glue dot underneath there. I just want to stick him on top of the punched image, just to give it a little bit more definition, I guess, when we stick that down onto the card. So I'm just going to grab my card now, and what I'll do is I'll stick my cards down first and then stick my butterfly on. So I know this is old-fashioned, but this is the way I like to do it. Double-sided tape. So this is our first layer. It's a bit long. So we'll stick that one on. Oops. Okay, next one. So once you've finished watching my video, please like the video or send me a message. I'd love to hear your feedback on what you think, any projects that you'd like to see maybe. So we'll just stick that one, just make sure that that's even. And then I'm just going to use another one of my glue dots to stick that down on top there. And there you have it, a really simple little note card That would be gorgeous just to give someone as a thank you, or just a hi, how you going? And there's the other one. So to go with this, I would get my envelope punch board and just make 3 by 3 envelopes, probably in the rich raspberry or the Bermuda Bay, just to match those up, just to finish them off. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. As I said, please leave me a comment or like my video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.